Welcome, my esteemed colleagues and professors, to yet another episode of Stupid Pedal Tricks with your host, Pink Jimi Photon. Today's attractive little device is a thing that I have christened a LUPINE combinator, also known as a wolf computer. This was made by a cat named Eric from I think it was Mellotone for a little while. Eric pretty much disappeared. And it was a very, very rumored to be the fuzz to have. And it was really cool, And my buddy, I know him as EYG, also known as Eatyourguitar, has PCBs for this for sale. But it's such a simple circuit, you can make it on anything, point to point, Vero, perf. It's nothing to it. Basically, it's a freaking, for all intents and purposes, it's a tonebender, sorta. I'd say it's in the tonebender school. That has had most of the parts that could be replaced with knobs. It's really, really, really fucking cool. So, anyways, on with the show, I think. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this so you can watch the guitar and the pedal instead of me, because I'm freaking pretty boring, honestly, See if I can prop it up with my soldering iron thing. Nope, that ain't gonna fly. Gonna have to improvise something here. Let's see. Ow! I didn't do that. Let's see. Yeah, that actually kind of works. You know what? I'm gonna put two in there just so it don't fall on me. Yeah, I can kind of almost see what the hell's going on the screen there still, and zip it up just a little teeny bit that I can see a little bit better. Okay, I'll turn it off for a sec. Isn't that a nice fuzz tone? You can play fancy ass chords with it and it still sounds great. And that's just at the very basic setting that I found for this. The basic setting for this, okay, you have a shitload of controls on here. I've seen more, but this is a lot. First up here, I'm not even going to mess with some of these yet. First, I'm going to just try to dial in the pedal and try and show you what it does. Because once you start playing with this shit, ghosts start to fly across the room. Mr. Spock has acid flashbacks. It's pretty cool. This is a SAG control. You guys have heard what SAG controls are. Basically, what it does, it simulates a dying battery. It lets you dial down the voltage to the circuit until the voltage starts to completely misbehave, which can be either incredibly horrible and annoying sounding or incredibly amusing, depending on your state of mind and how demented you want to be with the guitar tones that you're after. Okay, so this is a 10K pot. So it gives you a variable resistance at 10K for the amount of resistance being added to the battery to make the battery seem older. This is a 1K pot, which does the same thing, but it's wired up after this pot. So it's a fine-tune control. So you can, like, fine-tune in. Actually, this one, I think, is the fine. Yeah, this one's the first one is the fine control. That's the 1K, then the 10K. So you can fine-tune how much of the battery is being browned out. It's a very, very, very groovy thing. Next up is the fuzz control, right here. Right now I got it halfway up. At about unity gain on the volume. Close enough to unity. Okay, the fuzz control, obviously, it's halfway up. I can turn it down, get it a little cleaner, whatever, so you can make it boost and do all those kind of things. Next up is the bias. Right now I have the bias full blast, but the bias is crucial. You can put that bias in all kinds of different locations, and the more you mess with this and the more you combine the different controls, the more bizarre the sounds that you can get out of this. You can make it oscillate, you can make it howl, you can make it so you're playing this like insane fuzz tone kind of stuff and you stop and then suddenly these drones come sucking in behind it. It's ridiculous. I probably won't be able to go and conjure that kind of mojo now because I mentioned that it'll do shit like that. Murphy's Law dictates that right there doomed me. But anyways, so you got the bias control here. Then over here you have a bass, which is cool because you can control how much mud you get, which is really cool. And then you have what they call a punch control, which is actually a mid-range contour, pretty much. After that is a simple treble cut, just a simple low-pass filter. Okay, and then finally your master volume. But you can get some sick-ass shit out of this freaking thing. Okay? Calls for 3904s, 2N 3904s, which are bog standard, readily available NPN silicon transistors. I did try it with germanium of various, types. I did like some of the sounds I could get out of it, but it lost so much functionality because of the lower gain of the germanium. You would really need some, like, non-leaky high-gain germanium. I mean, like, really high-gain. Like, I ended up going with some of my personal favorites, MPS 6515s on it. They're right in that 3904 range. I had tried them in a fuzz a long time ago, and I liked them, and I bought a bunch of them, so they just happened to be the first NPNs I pulled out. I liked the way I sounded. I said, I'm not going to screw with it. So there's the basic voice, kind of the fuzz. Let's bring the fuzz down a little so you can get some perspective. Now, the fuzz control is glitchy in certain areas because of the range it's going. It's really pushing the transistors through, like, a lot of different bias ranges. So, I mean, it gets pretty unlinear, and there's points where, like, you'll be turning it, and it'll sound like the pot is actually broken or crackling, but it's not. It's just the nature of the circuit. You'll see. So, we're going to bring the fuzz up slowly. That's about halfway. Here. Hear glitch? This is the fuzz all the way up. Horribly misbiased, but cool. See? It'll glitch really bad depending on where the bias is. Give it some bass. And play with the contour. Let's start sagging it. Let's play with the fine a little bit. This is the guy at harmonics. Oops. Cheers. Like this, you can even roll it down like a fuzz face. Yep, I have lost any sound at this point. I am completely starved. You can even get almost like fake echo kind of sounds. I get lost in this thing. Anyways, as you can probably tell, hopefully by now, after watching me twiddle this thing for like probably the last 40 minutes, it's a really freaking versatile pedal. I never turned it off the entire time. All I did was twiddle the knobs. Sometimes I played with the knobs on the guitar, but pretty much what you saw is what you saw. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's it's a good pedal. It's an incredible design. Guy did a really good job on it when he worked it up. Of course, my buddy Eatyourguitar, he took it and added a couple extra knobs to it, which made it even more better than what it was. If you build this, I recommend you go for the whole 8 knobs. It's just so freaking versatile. I mean, there's settings you can get where it sounds like it's almost chorusing. There's parts where it almost sounds like an echo sometimes. Sometimes you can get insane, weird feedback drones. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, if you get a chance and you like it, build one. Eatyourguitar.com. I believe you can get the PCB there, and they're very reasonable. And if you want me to build you one, because it's a pain in the ass, there's a lot of wiring, man, like crazy about. Excuse me, I'm getting over some kind of nasty chest cold thing. Um, if you want me to build you one, get a hold of me. You know how. If you don't know how by now, do a search on Facebook for Pink Jimi Photon. I can't guarantee I'll answer the phone because I never do, but hey, you never know. Anyways, once again, from the utility Fuzzbox research engine here, for me to you and yours, always have a wonderful day. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. Where's that freaking stop button? Peace.